Ever toyed with the idea of getting yourself a Rolex? And who wouldn't? They're the eye candy on your wrist, oozing luxury with every tick. But let's not empty that piggy bank just yet. Turns out some Rolexes aren't keeping their promise of sky-high value. In fact, you can snag a few for less cash than they originally demanded. Talk about a luxury discount aisle. Stick with us as we dive deep into which Rolex models are true treasures and which might just be more bling than ka-ching. Here at Opulent Oasis, we're not just browsing. We're deep diving into the Rolex realm. We'll shine a spotlight on the models that truly give you a bang for your buck, and we'll call out the ones that might just leave your wallet crying for mercy. And hey, if you haven't joined our community yet, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button. We've got a treasure trove of insights like this, and you wouldn't want to miss out. Number 1. Rolex Daytona. Let's take a spin through the Daytona collection, a darling among watch enthusiasts. Priced freshly at $17,300 for the steel and gold versions, it's got a bit of a new sparkle. But here's the twist. Unless you're targeting a black or white dial, don't expect your investment to do cartwheels. The champagne dial, while charming, is just lounging around its retail price, making it tough to turn a quick buck. You might squeak out a modest gain with the black dial, and the white dial could potentially score you a bit more. However, flipping these timepieces for profit might be more of a juggling act than a victory lap in the current market. So keep those eyes peeled and your expectations in check. Switching gears to the all-gold lineup, let's take a peek at the yellow gold models, especially the discontinued Paul Newman model, which sports a snazzy red chronograph marker that really pops. But hold your horses. Diving into this purchase is only a smart move if it features that iconic Paul Newman dial or another eye-catching variant. With its price soaring from a modest $15,000 to a lofty $34,000 over the last decade, the financial forecast isn't exactly sunny. And let's not sidestep the rose gold model, which now carries a price tag of $37,200. Without a special dial like the now extinct chocolate option, it's probably not going to be the jackpot in your investment portfolio. The latest models lack that sell above retail magic, turning them into more of a dice roll than a sure bet. Let's dive into the eclectic world of unique dial variations that deck out the Rolex Daytona Oyster Flex range. We're talking about eye-catchers like the Pikachu, Paul Newman and Ghost versions, real treasures if you can snag one. Yellow gold models are hitting the shelves at $26,800 and rose gold at $28,100, so grabbing one of these could be a clever investment move. Imagine bumping into the black dial variant, priced around $28,000. Flipping it could pocket you a tidy $1,000 profit by selling at $29,000. But let's be honest, the run-of-the-mill dials, they're more of a sit-and-watch-the-world-go-by kind of deal, especially with the market's current mood swings. Number 2. Rolex Datejust 41. Let's move into the Datejust 41 lineup. The models with a fluted bezel and Jubilee bracelet, especially those sporting snazzy dials in blue, Wimbledon or mint green, really hold their ground in the value department. Meanwhile, the ones in silver, white or grey seem to be the wallflowers of the watch world, often selling for less than what they first danced off the shelf for. Ideal for personal flair, but not exactly the golden ticket for flippers. If your tastes are a bit off the beaten path, take a gander at the smooth bezel versions paired with a Jubilee bracelet, which are going for about $9,200 these days. Over in the realm of mixed metals, particularly those with a fluted Jubilee, the pricing plot thickens. Even with a retail price hike, they're casually lounging below expected values. For instance, the steel and rose gold model is currently listed at $12,450, just shy of or directly hitting its retail mark. Number 3. Rolex GMT Master. Moving on to the GMT lineup, kicking off with the Batgirl variant, she's not just a looker, but also sports a price tag that's climbed to $9,550. While the retail prices for these sporty models have scaled up, the grey market has been less enthusiastic, giving the prices a bit of a cold shoulder. So the rush of huge returns might be more of a gentle jog. Next on our radar is the GMT Master Pepsi. Word on the street is it might be on its way out, with production possibly slashing by 80%, making it rarer than a polite internet debate. This one's a bit of a coquette, tempting to snap up if you come across it, but don't expect Rolex dealers to start a bidding war at your door. Shifting gears to the bi-color marvels, the steel and gold GMT with its striking green and black bezel has nudged its price up to $14,600 from $13,800 last year. It's not exactly essential, but if you're in it for the love of the game, it's quite the flashy addition to any collection. And then there's the GMT root beer, this year's fan favorite. Getting your hands on one might sprinkle a little profit your way, though it's unlikely to fund your retirement. As for the full gold GMT root beer, it's nothing short of a stunner. But at a soaring $35,600, it asks if you're more about splashing cash than casual collecting. Worth a ponder before you dive wallet first into this luxurious timepiece. And now, a brief commercial to invite you to join the opulent Oasis family. Subscribe for exclusive content. Let's dive back in. Number 4. Rolex Submariner. Now let's plunge into the world of the Submariner. The steel and yellow gold models sporting black or blue dials have seen their price tags get a slight bump. For instance, the black dial variant's price has edged up from $13,150 to $13,700, snuggling up closer to its retail price, a scenario that makes selling it a bit like trying to win a tight game without losing a few chips. The blue dial, meanwhile, often fetches a bit more cash, but faces a similar predicament. Shifting our gaze to the sunburst blue Submariner, it definitely catches the eye, but its retail price has steadied at $13,700, perfectly in sync with the new pricing playbook. Unless it's love at first sight, this might not be the wisest investment given the current market vibes. Now pivoting to the full gold models, let's chat about the 18-karat white gold version from our latest series. It's a knockout with its striking blue dial, and a weight that reassures you of its pedigree. But here's the rub. It's valued at less than $30,000 in the market, even though it sports a retail price of $36,700. So taking the plunge at retail could feel like a swan dive into the shallow end. And the yellow gold model? It's in the same boat, listed at about $34,200 retail, but bobbing below $30,000 in the wild. Number 5. Rolex Skydweller. Lastly, let's wander through the Skydweller collection, particularly eyeing the sought-after steel variants. This range showcases a spectrum of dials: crisp white, sleek black, bold blue, and the hard-to-find mint green. The blue dial especially has been a scene stealer, while the black version on a Jubilee bracelet and the rarer white dial on Jubilee have also earned their stripes. And let's not overlook the newcomer, a blue dial model on a Jubilee bracelet that's been causing quite a buzz. These beauties are priced at a cool $13,800. Recently, a blue dial Jubilee model fetched a pretty $19,950 online. But keep in mind, despite the fanfare, only some hues like blue managed to snag a little more than their retail price, echoing the broader market currents. While these watches definitely turn heads, it's wise to keep your enthusiasm in check if they're priced near retail. Now turning our gaze to the full gold Skydwellers, where the stakes are high with retail prices at $42,000 for yellow gold and $44,000 for rose gold. Despite their undeniable appeal, purchasing these at retail might not be the most astute decision. They're often found for a bargain on the grey market and can be tricky to resell, with even authorized dealers eager to offload these luxurious pieces. Apparently, Rolex prices can dip for a few colorful reasons. First up, market saturation. It's like when everyone at the party shows up wearing the same outfit. Suddenly, that look isn't turning heads anymore. When the market gets flooded with certain models, the allure fades a bit and prices start to slide. Then there are economic shifts. Think of them as the mood swings of the market. When the financial weather cools down, luxury watch sales often catch a chill, sending prices downward. But here's a fun twist. When a model is discontinued, retailers might drop prices to clear the decks, but those same models might just age like fine wine, becoming rare gems that collectors will pay top dollar for later. What's your take on all this Lux talk? Drop your 2 cents in the comments below and let's stir up some conversation. If you enjoyed the ride, don't forget to follow and give that like button a good smack. This is Opulent Oasis checking out, but keep your eyes peeled for more grand adventures in our upcoming videos.